Well, the foundation, of course, has many wonderful supporters who continue to raise funds over several years and have done incredible work over that period of time. We would now like to recognise these supporters by hearing from someone who knows firsthand not only what it is to live with this terrible disease, but also to continually contribute and make a difference to others. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Cure for Life Foundation Ambassador Sarah Mamalai.
Come on, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. A little bit of shush, please. A little bit of respect. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you. Since becoming a brain cancer patient, I have suffered terrible short-term memory loss. Did I mention I've got short-term memory loss? Now it's all coming back to me. My name is Sarah Mamalai, and I believe I'm a walking, talking, crying, laughing, champagne-sipping miracle. 3 years ago, when I was 33 years old, my world was torn apart when I was diagnosed with a glioblastoma multiforme, the worst of the worst kind of brain tumour, super aggressive and super deadly. At the time, my two sons, Joe and Willie, were aged 4 and 18 months. After undergoing major brain surgery, we were told it was an incurable cancer. I could be dead within 3 months. No, I cried, that is not long enough. I sobbed that day like I have never cried before. Silent screams that physically rocked my whole body, forgetting to breathe. And yet, from the ashes, the drive to fight this thing, to fight for my life and the lives of my family. I was at war with my cancer, and the warrior inside me was starting to emerge. One of my doctors suggested I make some goals. My short-term goal was to see my son into preschool, but I also needed something huge, something seemingly impossible, to take my mind off the turmoil inside my body. I decided I would trek Kokoda. It was around this time that I met Dr. Teo for a second opinion. I met him at 7 o'clock on a Tuesday night and thought, who the hell schedules appointments at that time of night? I soon found out. He laid the facts on the table. Further surgery held serious risks, blindness, paralysis, and even death. I asked him if he were me, would he do it? And he said, of course, he could still be an effective parent from a wheelchair. I thought, I could too. As I passed him in the doorway on my way out of his office, he said, Sarah, we can beat this. As parting words, those were extremely powerful. He had given us the greatest gift of all, the gift of hope, where previously there was none. His brave and brilliant surgery the next day saved my life. And as that chapter drifted into the background, the next chapter began. So it was, 1 year after being diagnosed and after 2 brain surgeries, myself, my husband Oscar, not my bodyguard, my husband. My husband Oscar and a group of friends and family tackled the Kokoda track. I was seriously impaired by my balance problems, but with the help of 2 wonderful porters, I made it to the end. We completed the epic journey in 8 grueling days, and it was both the hardest and the most satisfying thing I have ever done. I had to concentrate on each and every step I took, and certainly didn't have the time or the energy to cry about my cancer. Apart from the births of my beautiful boys, walking into Kokoda Station on the 8th night through an arch of everyone's walking sticks was my next proudest achievement. Even now, I don't know how we did it. It certainly wasn't fitness on my part. I guess willpower can get you a long way. During my journey with cancer, I've had to turn fear, anger, depression, and negativity into fight and positive thinking. I have chosen to seek out the positive in every interaction, focus on words and events that boost me up instead of pulling me down. I've never looked up my condition for that reason, but this does not mean I've been a passive patient. I've taken an active role in my healing from the beginning. When I heard Dr. Chris O'Brien say in an interview, even though 95% of people with brain cancer die within 18 months, 5% of people don't. Why can't I be in that 5%? I immediately thought, yeah, why can't I too? I've taken a holistic approach to my health. Medically, I had 6 weeks of radiation and 2.5 years of chemo. I also completely transformed my way of living during my treatment and adopted a strict regime of healthy eating, exercise and natural supplements to boost my immunity. I've been going to meditation for 2.5 years and have developed positive visualizations for even the most frightening procedures like radiation. I also laugh a lot. Despite being told that this is an incurable cancer, I have chosen to believe if I feel well, I am well. I am living with cancer, but I am living a great life. I am living with cancer, but I'm living a great life and achieving things I never thought possible. All I and other patients can do is try to stay alive long enough until a cure is discovered, a cure for life. Today marks 3 years from my diagnosis, a milestone by which all accounts I should never have reached. I'm sure we all hope for the day when stories like mine are common rather than miraculous. I would like to propose a toast to the pioneering research undertaken by Charlie's Foundation. May the cure be just around the corner.